I never believed in ghosts. That was until I moved into the old Victorian house in Willow Street. It had that eerie charm, the kind you see in horror movies, with creaky floorboards and dimly lit hallways. My friends warned me about its haunted reputation, but I dismissed it as mere folklore. Little did I know, the nightmares were about to become my reality. The first strange incident occurred on the very first night. I woke up to the sound of whispering voices echoing through the halls. Dismissing it as my imagination, I tried to go back to sleep, but as I lay there in the darkness, the whispers grew louder. Like a sinister choir, I pulled the covers over my head, desperately trying to drown out the unsettling voices. Days turned into weeks, and the unsettling occurrences escalated. Objects moved on their own, and shadows danced in the corners of my vision. I often felt a chilling presence, as if someone or something was watching me. One night, as I descended the staircase, I saw a figure at the end of the hallway, a shadowy silhouette that vanished the moment I blinked. My heart raced, and I questioned my sanity. But the breaking point came when I discovered an old, dusty journal in the attic. The entries chronicle the tragic history of the house's previous residents tormented by unexplainable events, mysterious deaths, and a malevolent force that seemed to feed on their fear. As I read, a cold breeze swept through the room. Extinguishing the candle light, the whispers returned, more audible than ever, their words sending shivers down my spine. Determined to unravel the mystery, I delved deeper into the history of the house. I learned about a family that had once lived there, driven to madness by an entity that had claimed the lives of their loved ones. The more I uncovered, the more I became entwined with the malevolent force that lurked within the walls. One night, as I lay in bed, paralyzed with fear, the whispers transformed into anguished screams. The room seemed to distort. The walls closing in on me, I felt an icy hand on my shoulder, and a voice whispered my name with a guttural growl. The room plunged into darkness, and I succumbed to the grip of the unknown. The next morning the whispers were gone, and the house stood in silent stillness. I packed my belongings and left, haunted by the chilling memories of Willow Street. The house, now empty, loomed in the background like a malevolent specter. I often wonder if the next unsuspecting resident will become the next victim of the horror that resides within those walls. The antique mirror stood in the corner of my new apartment, an heirloom passed down from a distant relative at first. Its elaborate frame and vintage charm were the only things catching my eye. I never paid much attention to superstitions, dismissing the warnings of the elderly neighbor who claimed the mirror held a dark secret. As weeks went by, peculiar changes unfolded. The reflection that stared back at me no longer resembled my own. My youthful features twisted into an aged, grotesque version of myself. Panic set in as I watched the transformation unfold with each passing day. The once clear glass now held a sinister aura, distorting reality and morphing my image into something otherworldly. Nights became a torment as I faced the mirror's malevolence. Whispers emanated from its surface, haunting secrets that echoed in the silence of my apartment. The once inviting heirloom had become a portal to a parallel world, a shadowy realm where my doppelganger plowed to escape, leaving me trapped in its twisted reflection. Driven by fear and desperation, I sought answers, consulting paranormal experts and delving into the mirror's history revealed a dark tale. The mirror had a history of luring unsuspecting victims into its alternate dimension, where their counterparts would seize control of their lives. Each victim's essence was imprisoned in the mirror, a silent witness to the horrors unfolding in the real world. The final revelation came with a chilling warning. The only way to break the curse was to confront my doppelganger within the mirror's realm. Armed with trepidation, I faced the antique-looking glass. As I touched its surface, the world around me distorted, and I found myself in a nightmarish reflection of my own apartment. The doppelganger, a malevolent version of myself, grinned with malicious delight. A battle of wills ensued as I fought to reclaim my identity. The distorted reality twisted and contorted, narrowing the struggle between the two versions of myself. In a flash, I found myself back in my apartment. The mirror now dormant, the malevolence had lifted, and the reflection returned to normal. The once forgotten mirror, now a relic of the supernatural, stood as a testament to the thin veil between reality and the malevolent forces that lurk within the seemingly mundane.